Thank you all for watching Yanqing Node News. Today's topic is building resilience against the deepfake surge. This is not a conversation about the future. This is about right now. At this very moment, someone on the dark web is purchasing a celebrity face swap video for $10 and a complete KYC bypass toolkit for $50. The barrier to sophisticated deception has collapsed to the price of a lunch. What I want to do is take us through the technical landscape, the weapons, the economics, and the defenses, and then open it up for discussion. Because as business leaders, the decisions we make in the next 12 months will determine whether our organizations are resilient or vulnerable. Chapter 1. Definition and Significance. Let's start with the numbers. In 2025, deepfake content online reached 8 million files, up from 500,000 in 2023. That's a 900% increase. This is not incremental growth. This is an explosion. What's more alarming is iProve's experiment. Human subjects correctly identified deepfakes only 24.5% of the time. The percentage who got every single test right? 0.1%. That means virtually everyone in this room, including me, has roughly a 3 in 4 chance of being fooled by a well-crafted deepfake. This introduces what I call the most dangerous concept in this space, the liar's dividend. Deepfakes don't just let you create fake content. They let you deny real content. When any video could be AI generated, anyone can point to genuine evidence and say, that's a deepfake. That's the fundamental destruction of our digital trust infrastructure. Threat categories. 6 categories of threat, moving quickly. Financial fraud, 31% of all attacks. The landmark case, Arup, the multinational engineering firm. Attackers used deepfake video to impersonate the CFO on a video conference call and authorized a $25.6 million transfer. Identity fraud surged 704% in 2023, with 88% targeting cryptocurrency platform KYC verification. Political manipulation impacted elections in 38 nations in 2024, reaching 3.8 billion people. Military information warfare, a new dimension in 2025. The Israel-Iran conflict saw the first large-scale, coordinated AI deepfake warfare, exceeding 100 million views. North Korean IT worker infiltration, up 220%, penetrating 320-plus companies, funding $250 to $600 million annually for weapons programs. And non-consensual intimate imagery, 96 to 98% of all deepfakes, with 99% plus of victims being women. The human cost is staggering and often overlooked in enterprise discussions. Chapter 2. The Attack Arsenal. Open source weapons. Now, let's go deep into the technical core. What weapons does a 2026 attacker actually have? 3 years ago, creating a deepfake required 24-plus hours of GPU training, complex configuration, and genuine technical skill. That was the Deepface Lab era, still the engine behind 95% plus of deepfake videos online. Then came the inflection point. DeepLiveCam hit #1 on GitHub trending. What does it do? 1 photo. 0 training. 50 millisecond latency. Real-time face swap. You open Zoom, and the other side sees someone else entirely. It uses InsWapper_128 for face swapping, FGAN version 1.4 for enhancement, and supports CUDA, CoreML, and DirectML. Coming at CVPR 2026, PersonaLive decouples identity from motion, enabling perfect micro-expression transfer and gaze tracking, purpose-built for live streaming deception. For lip synchronization, MuseTalk 1.5 went open source in April 2025. Real-time lip sync at 30 frames per second using VA latent space, single-step inference with joint GEN and perceptual loss training. The barrier has gone from days of GPU training and deep expertise to 1 photo, 0 training real-time. The barrier is now 0. Commercial models. The commercial landscape is even more formidable. Sora 2 from OpenAI, 1 million downloads in 5 days. Generates 15 to 25-second 1080p videos with native audio-visual synchronization. The critical feature is Cameo, identity injection. Reality Defender demonstrated within 24 hours that its safety guardrails could be bypassed to generate deepfakes. Veo 3.2 from Google offers advanced lighting simulation and environmental consistency, and was used in actual Israel-Iran conflict warfare. Kling 2.6 from ByteDance delivers audio-visual synchronized generation starting at $9.99 a month. On voice cloning, 11 Labs needs just a 3-second voice sample to achieve 70 to 85% voice match accuracy. Consumer Reports tested 6 major voice cloning platforms and found 4 of 6 lacked meaningful authentication safeguards. Runway Gen 4.5 ranks #1 with a 1,247 yellow score on benchmarks. Argel AI creates a complete AI clone from a single photo with full body motion and object manipulation. The 2026 conclusion: we've reached near-perfect indistinguishability. Dark Web DFAS. The democratization of attack goes further. A full deepfake as-a-service ecosystem now operates on the dark web. Celebrity face swap videos start at $10. Lip sync services run $50 to $100. Custom videos cost $100 to $200 per minute. Premium deepfakes can reach $300 to $20,000 per minute. The most concerning tool, the Pro KYC attack suite. It generates fake ID scans, dynamic selfie videos, and injects them through virtual cameras to bypass bank liveness detection. Head turns, blinks, reading random numbers, all automated. Then there are dark LLMs, Fraud GPT, Nithian AI with 80 billion parameters and zero guardrails, automatically generating combined phishing, voice clone, and video fake attack sequences. Cyble's research shows over 30% of high-impact corporate impersonation attacks in 2025 involved AI-driven deepfakes. Chapter 3. The Economics. Let's quantify the threat. In the first half of 2025 alone, deepfake fraud losses hit $410 million. The average loss per incident is $500,000. Deloitte projects AI-driven deepfake fraud will reach $40 billion by 2027. The attacker ROI is astonishing. Voice cloning costs 1 cent to 20 cents per minute to produce. A single fraud yields millions. A North Korean worker spends $50 a month on dark web identity tools and lands a $100,000 plus remote job. The defense market is growing rapidly. Deepfake detection from $114 million in 2024 to a projected $5.6 billion by 2034 at a 47.6% CAGR. The total deepfake AI market from $857 million to $7.3 billion by 2031. But here's the critical asymmetry. The threat grows at 900% while defenses grow at 47.6%. That gap, that delta, is what we need to discuss tonight. Chapter 4. Defense Systems. The Defense Paradox. Let me start with a harsh reality. In the lab, state-of-the-art detectors achieve 94 to 96% accuracy. In the real world, that collapses to 50 to 65%. Australia's CSIRO evaluated 16 detectors. Not one could reliably identify real-world deepfakes. The 2026 AI Safety Report dismissed detection in a single paragraph as having limited success. What does this tell us? A pure, detect the fake approach is a dead end. But detection isn't the only path. Frontier Technologies. RPPG, remote photoplethysmography, analyzes invisible blood flow changes in skin surface pixels. AI can render perfect textures, but it cannot simulate human physiology. 94 to 99.2% accuracy on the CelebDF dataset. This is the most promising hard science direction right now. Multimodal consistency detection uses transformer architectures to cross-align text, image, and audio, detecting microsecond lip audio delays and breathing pattern mismatches. Adversarial robustness. The DG-Fake AV benchmark with 60,000 diffusion model videos found existing detectors suffer a 43.5% AUC drop. DG Shield establishes a new baseline through cross-modal inconsistency learning. Enterprise platforms. Reality Defender. Gartner's detection leader. JP Morgan 2025 Hall of Innovation. Ensemble of models probabilistic detection. Zero-day resilient. Won the US-Japan Defense Innovation Challenge. Pindrop Pulse. Time's Best Invention 2025. 99.2% audio deepfake detection accuracy. Deployed across Zoom, Teams, and WebEx. 250 patents. Expanding to healthcare in 2026. Health Equity reported a 90% reduction in voice fraud after deployment. Get Real Security, $17.5 million Series A, backed by InQtel, the CIA's venture arm. Co-created by UC Berkeley professor Haney Farid. Forensics Platform as a Service. Inspect, protect, respond. Intel Fake Catcher, first commercial RPPG-based tool. Approximately 96% accuracy. Free to use. The best option for budget-constrained organizations. The paradigm shift. The most important cognitive shift of 2026. Prove authenticity. Don't detect fakes. C2PA, the open standard backed by Adobe, Microsoft, and the BBC. It creates cryptographic birth certificates for digital assets. Sony and Leica cameras, Google Pixel phones embed credentials at the hardware level. ISO 22144 standardization is in progress. CISA has recommended government adoption. Google's SynthID, invisible watermarks in AI-generated content. Over 10 billion images and video frames watermarked. Robust against JPEG compression, filters, rotation, and cropping. But a caveat, the Nikon Z6 III was found to have a vulnerability, an AI-generated image passed as authentic hardware capture. Provenance is not bulletproof. It must be cross-verified with detection. Agentic AI SoC, the 2026 paradigm. Blue team AI agents autonomously correlate, Video call deepfake score plus executive GPS location plus calendar plus device fingerprint plus communication history, blocking high-risk transactions in milliseconds. CrowdStrike, Palo Alto, Zscaler, and Sophos all launched SOC agents in Q4 2025. Gartner predicts 40% of SOC platforms will integrate agentic response capabilities by late 2026. Chapter 5. The Tiered Playbook. Let me close with specific, actionable recommendations. Large enterprise, 1,000 plus employees. Full stack deployment, Reality Defender full suite API, pin-drop meeting security across Zoom, Teams, WebEx. Trupic C2PA provenance integration, get real forensic response, name tag zero trust identity verification, specifically to counter IT infiltration, and coalition deepfake insurance. Midsize, 100 to 1,000 employees. Focused protection, Reality Defender real scan, pin drop audio analysis, Hive AI detection API, adaptive security for AI phishing training. Core strategy, protect the C-suite and critical financial approval workflows. Establish out-of-band verification for any transaction above a threshold. Small business and individuals. Free tools are sufficient to start. Intel Fake Catcher, free, 96% accuracy. Deepware Scanner, free. Azure Video Indexer, free. Supplement with phone callback verification protocols and family safe word systems. Check C2PA content credentials on any media that matters. Universal rule. One golden rule for every organization, regardless of size. Process over intuition. Pause, out-of-band, verify, multi-party approve, audit metadata, escalate immediately. These 5 steps are the lowest cost, highest return defense against deepfakes. Closing and discussion. I'll close the formal portion with one sentence. In an era where seeing is no longer believing, resilience is not a tool, it's a strategy. The 2026 reality. Sora 2 generates near-perfect video. DeepLive Cam puts real-time face swap in anyone's hands. Pro KYC turns dark web identity fraud into self-service. But we also have unprecedented defensive capabilities. RPPG detection, C2PA provenance, agentic SOC, and a detection industry maturing at 47.6% CAGR. The goal is not 100% prevention. That's impossible. The goal is building a layered, resilient, rapidly responsive system. Now, let's open the floor. I'd love to hear what deepfake-related challenges you've encountered in your own organizations and what your current response strategies look like. The floor is yours.
Thank you.